At that press conference today, President Biden fielded all these questions on the surge in migrants at the southern border. He said this increase in the number of migrants, said it happens every year, not the pandemic year, but according to the Department of Homeland Security, the U.S. is on track to encounter more individuals on the southwest border than at any time in the last 20 years. So our congressional correspondent, Rachel Scott, she's on the phone with us now for the latest. She's in Texas, driving to a Border Patrol facility in McAllen, Texas, that a Republican congressional delegation will be visiting tomorrow. So, Rachel, you're there ahead of the delegation from the Hill. What are you seeing? And if you heard any of the president's press conference, how does it relate where you are, what you're seeing, to what you heard from the president?
Well, Terry, I think something that really stuck out to me and what we heard from our Cecilia Vega, our chief White House correspondent who was pressing the president on this issue, is the messaging. When we have talked to people here on the ground, and Martha Raddatz, Cecilia Vega have talked to people who are crossing the border, and by people, I mean children under the age of 18 crossing without their parents, they say that they are coming here in part because of President Biden, because they believe that they are not going to be turned away. And we heard that again from President Biden today. He said that he is not going to turn away any children from the border who are crossing by themselves. And that message is resonating with people who are trying to leave these horrible conditions, that are facing violence. This hard decision that these parents are making to send their boys, many of them, over and across the border. We just left Carrizo Springs, where one reporter was allowed inside of that facility, and it was a stark contrast to what we have seen, the images that we have seen from the facilities in Donna, Texas, where we are headed in just a few moments here, where it's overcrowded, where you see children cramped in together, foil blankets, sleeping on the floor. And so you heard the president also get pressed today on transparency. When are reporters going to be allowed in to these overcrowded facilities that are holding possibly thousands of unaccompanied minors and not meant for children at all? He did not have a clear answer on that, and I think that is clearly important. And you're going to have, as you said, you're going to have 18 Republican senators coming here tonight. We are going to be out with them along the border as they see this for their own eyes, something that President Biden has yet to do.
And about that congressional delegation, what can we expect from that? Because it's clear that the Republican Party sees this as the first real issue that they can hammer the president with. Do you think that it's going to be show, or do you think is there something that can be substantively gained out of what the senators are going to see down there?
Well, this is a really large group, Terry. 18 Republican senators traveling down here to Texas to see the conditions for themselves. We're going to be taking, like I said, this midnight tour. I will be along with them, one of two reporters that is going to be allowed to follow and embed with that group of senators as they're seeing the wall for themselves, as they're seeing possibly apprehensions for themselves as well. They are already hammering President Biden on this idea of messaging, saying that these children are crossing the border, that he is encouraging it by saying that they are going to be here. Obviously, President Biden saying today, what are you expecting to do? Turn these children back across the border, not connect them with their parents? They're also hammering him on transparency. Why are the press not allowed inside of those facilities? In fact, those senators tomorrow will be inside that Donna facility, that is overcrowded, where we have seen those leaked images. But I, as a reporter, even though I will be there with those senators, will not be allowed inside because the Biden administration is still not allowing us to see those conditions for ourselves or take a camera inside to see those conditions for ourselves. So you can certainly expect them to be pressing the Biden administration on that. But there are a lot of questions, too, for these Republican senators. And mainly, if they see this as a crisis, if they see these conditions as the crisis, then where was their outrage? Where was their outrage during the Trump administration when you had children in disastrous conditions, very dire conditions? Where were they during those periods? And so those are really important questions that these Republicans are going to have to answer to tomorrow as well.
All right, Rachel Scott on the border there in Texas. Thanks very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.